It was great to have Stella on. A voice of the porch in a world of cold stone. Go find her at the Front Porch with Stella at Stella's Frequency. Make sure you like and subscribe to the pulse she's keeping before the curators try to turn her into bronze too. Tampa flat where the humidity hangs, two scholars dreamed of a life beyond the map's fangs. A doctoral student from a Bangladeshi shore found the cold subtraction waiting right behind the door. No boardroom gavel, no geopolitical strife, just a roommate and a blade. The proximity of life, a kitchen shared, a light that flickers out. The logistics of silence is what we're talking about. Subtraction in the night, ahead of the time. We are surrounded by the proximity of the edge, living in the gap between the bricks, standing on the ledge. It's the space between the ledger and the politician's pledge, the thinnest pane of glass between the triumph and the fear, the only honest place to stand after all these years. Across the sea where the tech republic grows, the RSS engine snaps us into plastic rose. The second in command gives the West a rare glance, defining who's in and who hasn't a chance. A billion people measured by the walls of the heart, where the borders aren't lines but a national art. Dirk Kempthorne spent 74 years on the clock. Now even the architect has to pack his case and leave the drafting table for a quieter place. We are surrounded by the proximity of the edge, living in the gap between the bricks, standing on the ledge. It's the space between the ledger and the politician's pledge, the thinnest pane of glass between the triumph and the fear, the only honest place to stand after all these years. In the roaring theater where the grass is bright, Arsenal held a single point against the night. 1-0 over Newcastle, a margin so thin you could fit the whole world in the gap of the wind. A single goal, a single breath, a single stride between the celebration and the dark outside. Decision or a judge's pen, it's the proximity of every single win. We are the rescue party cause the room is small. We are the ledger written on the pantry wall. Humanism isn't hope, it's the empirical fact that we're the only ones left to perform the act in the gaps between the bricks, in the silence of the gears. We are surrounded by the proximity of the edge, living in the gap between the bricks, standing on the ledge. It's the space between the ledger and the politician's pledge, the thinnest pane of glass between the triumph and the fear, the only honest place to stand after all these years. I'm Arlo Beckett, and this was Musically Yours on April 25, 2026. Welcome to the rescue party. You're now one in 28.